Alright, so I'm going to be reviewing this slightly different than I did before. See if it gets into it a bit more, because I'm trying to still get a perfect way of reviewing stuff without actually it looking boring or me just rambling on for like half an hour. So let's see if this one works. This is Tokyo Ghoul chapter 108. So I got my phone, and yes, I just woke up. This is really awkward. Anyway, they start off with a doctor talking to Urei, and he's telling them pretty much that everyone in the QA squad's RC cell levels. We have like 700, 980, 802. Whoa, they squashed Arima with 802. Okay, it says yours, Urei, is 1,911. That's a bit of a big change from the rest of them. He's pretty much saying you're at critical level. Apparently that's double the stable level. So yeah, Urei. And but yeah, this is also the aftermath of the fight against Arima. Floppy. I keep on forgetting his name. I remember Arima, but I keep on forgetting this one. He's saying, yeah, the battle put us in a critical place. It was like a little crisis. This is the effect of releasing the frames. His RC cells is backing straight up. It could be just the effect of that, so it should calm down like that. Okay, he's saying, I do believe you should restrain from releasing the third frame or even the second. So he's actually really worried about Urei now, saying you should not release pretty much any of the frames. You don't need to. You shouldn't release the second one, because now still probably his RC cells are going to go down, but if he releases them, they'll go bounce back up, or the second one will slow it down probably, and the third one will just bounce it straight back up to this, which is critical. He's like, could you try to eat a bite of this for me? Give them sandwiches. Like, okay, grabs it. I hope this is handmade by, or he's just saying I hope it's handmade, and he's coughing on it. This reminds me of Kaneki. He's like choking on it. He says, I see, apparently this is a side effect. Do not go beyond the third frame. If possible, restrict from using the second, otherwise you will not be able to return to normal. Okay, so at this point he can return to normal if he stops using the frames. If I was him, I'd take like a week or a month off and just chill out, like, oh, okay, you know, this is country's in crisis a minute, but you know, I like eating sandwiches, they're nice. So let's go on to the next page. Still in the doctor's room, he's pretty much like, Dr. Sebai? There's still one correct member who RC level hasn't been mentioned. Let me zoom in here. Mutsuki. Mutsuki's RC level is, and then you pretty much see a clown getting slit in the face by a knife. So I'm guessing, yep, this is Mutsuki fighting clowns. And she pretty much does like a Joker smile off Batman, because look, so it goes straight through the little thing in his mouth mask, and then goes all the way up the side. Do you want to know how I got these scars? And Mutsuki, give me them. That was really bad, sorry. Look over the page where you see also the thing of Mutsuki jumping out. She has released like a, not Kagane, what's it called? Quinke? Not Quinke, not Kagane. Yeah, Kagane. And it's like, oh, I see, she's using a Kagane like throwing stars because she's just releasing it. Getting a bit off, and it's hitting the clown straight in the head. So she got an awesome shot with that. And then it's pretty much people saying, hey, Mutsuki, provide me cover. And then Mutsuki's running towards them like, yes, sir. And saying, that island changed you, didn't it? Oh, Mutsuki, that island changed you, didn't it? Getting tortured, getting all your limbs cut off, that changed you. You know, we don't know any other character that had something like that happen to them and changed them completely. No. Anyway, let's go on to the next page. The next page, we see Arno with a knife and it's stabbing a clown. By the looks of it, stabbing it repeatedly or just stabbing it once. You see blood squirting out of the clown's hands like that to like show that he's dead. And he's just looking down, his face covered in blood, and Mutsuki's like, Aruna, cut deep. Aruna, cut deeper, but you're doing great. He's like, yes, sir. And then just goes back to slicing the clown's head off by the looks of it in the next panel. Because he just goes, whew, and the clown's just like, no head. And you can't even see where his head went. That's awkward. And the British is just the rest of them then saying, even though the enemy's number is great, one-on-one fight, they're pretty much mediocre. So we can actually do this. I'm hungry, I just woke up. If you hear that. And then you pretty much see someone with like a spider web and butterflies. He's saying this feeling is Aruna saying this feeling is disgusting. So yeah, we'll flick on the next page. Hopefully we'll see more of this fight. Let's have a look. Okay, so we go back to everyone's favourite trickster, the member, half-breed. Yeah, you get the picture. And he's pretty much saying, I wonder if they've noticed Well, the main branch noticed that they have overwhelming odds in this fight. And then it's pretty much giving him a little update about how they've pretty much been annihilating them because the one-on-one fights. But now Kaneki's group showed up and slowed them down a bit, but now the little V secret weapon people have showed up and they're getting everything done really quickly. And he says, oh, so they call themselves Goat? It's probably from that book, The Black Goat Egg. Maybe we should go ahead and call ourselves Black Goat. Or whatever, like you like. So Fred is still not taking this seriously. He's just like, okay, well, push comes to shove, I'll go out there and annihilate everyone probably, because we haven't seen Furita's full power yet, which I hope is going to be really awesome. I was like a little disappointment. And I hope when him and Kaneki eventually fight, it's not going to be like, oh yeah, it's a little battle every now and then. I hope it's like a proper him going serious on Kaneki and Kaneki's going serious on him. Let's turn over to the next page, see what happens. Okay, so the next page, pretty much Furita saying, they really are dumb, considering you won't be able to tell if you look at the fight that the clowns and the Goat organization are separate entities, as well as the special classes and the new V secret weapon people. He's like, it's just ghouls fighting humans at this point. You know, all ghouls in the 21st ward is an enemy, and I think we see Kaneki's foot or something like, yeah, it is Kaneki's foot darting away, and he's got two of the weird masked hatter people running after him at this point, the special class, or the secret class, or the top class, or whatever they want to be called. Now let's turn over. Okay, so we do get actually confirmation about what I was talking about last chapter, about this speed. So they're chasing Kaneki, and Kaneki's pretty much like, they're fast. As fast as Arima in Squad 0, I think. And one of them goes to attack him, he pretty much jumps, gets his little Kokuja. Yeah, I keep on getting that mixed up between Kokuja, Kagane, and Quinke. It's Kagane out and puts it on the wall, and then runs up it by the looks of it, which is really cool. Or use it to like propel itself up the building. So he's at the top of the building right now, and they use grappling hooks by the looks of it to pretty much get themselves up the building. And he looks at them back, and he's like, "You're persistent, aren't you?" So hopefully this will be a little bit of fighting now, so we can actually judge. There's 3 of them now, not just 2, 3 of them versus 1 Kaneki. So, and if they're as fast as Arima, this should be interesting. Okay, so Kaneki goes to run, they catch up with him, go to slice. He pretty much, senses it coming or sees it coming, and just pretty much dodges it by jumping on the floor. And then he jumps in the air and is like, should I slice their torsos so they can't run anymore? He's like, no, perfect timing. He jumps in the air, he's like, right, no, perfect timing. So see what's the perfect timing. Oh, so he jumps in the air and he like sees a train. He said he has a train, so he jumps and lands on the train. So they're just stuck on the roof, and he's just like, bye-bye, I'm gonna go over here. Try being, I know you're fast, but try catching up with the train. Okay, so now we have Kaneki just riding the train. Like, I wonder if I can ride this train all the way to the lab. I'm gonna be lazy. Why didn't I think of this in the first place? And then you probably have Urei stuck to the roof as well. And the doctor is like, what is your thoughts on Heizi Sasaki? So it's confusing at this point. Does he know he's Kaneki Ken, or what's going on? And he's like, oh yeah, so what's your thoughts on Heizi Sasaki, Urei? And he's like, why? He's like, general curiosity, I'm a bit curious about this guy. He's changed hair colours more time than a Dragon Ball Z character, and he seems to get more power-ups than him. I'm joking. No one gets more hair colour or more power-ups than Dragon Ball Z characters. The doctor's pretty much telling him, like, catching up on everything that's gone on right now. This is not a doctor. Who are you again? I forgot your name. The guy who's holding Urei hostage, pretty much. You can't see the other guy. What was his name? The one who went to Urei. Maybe he's like dead on the floor or something, but you can't really see him. Anyways, we're saying to Urei, what do you think about Heizi Sasaki, considering he's leading this band of ghouls now, attacking the CCG, against the clowns? And he's like, why do you think the clowns hasn't joined in? Why do you think he's not the leader of the clowns? He's like, because he's not smart enough to control multiple different factions of ghouls. Factions, not fractions, factions of ghouls. And he's like, because you can't team up with him, even though he's killing clowns right now. You can't team up with him because he's your former teammate, and I don't think you can trust him. He's like, but the clowns like famous people, and he is very famous right now. They want PewDiePie on their team. That's what all this chapter is about. They're trying to recruit PewDiePie. But that was a joke, by the way. But really bad joke. And then Urei's like, that still isn't a reason. And he looks like he's getting angry right now. He's like, and like pop. So maybe he's like popping his neck out, or he's actually getting out of this thing. Really awesome. Come on here, kick his butt. Even though you're probably gonna get owned. All that thing at the beginning could be foreshadowing that Uray's going to open more than 3 frames again. He's going to go all the way, and he's pretty much going to go to full Ghoul. And by the looks of it, he's saying you can't trust Hayao Sasuke because he's a former investigator. Maybe after this, Uray will be a former investigator or go full Ghoul. Then team up with him. I don't know, let's read the next page. Okay, so in this page we get confirmation that Donato, that's his name, so I forgot about that, and Uray's friend's still alive, so that's good. And he's pretty much trying to get Donato angry now. He's like, so it's been a while, how does fresh air taste? You don't know, it pretty much tastes everywhere. Probably tastes the same no matter where you are, even if you're in a prison cell, they probably have like air conditioning or like... Anyway, and he's like, yes, it's very good, just the women are a bit different, they've kind of let themselves go a little bit. I like nice, clean, wholesome women and children to eat. And then he just grabs an eyeball. He's like, I like to roll them up like little candies and just go yum, yum, yum. Which is extremely weird. So he's supposed to rip an eyeball. I thought it was Uray's friend's eyeball, but it's actually not. If you look really carefully, he's got both his eyes. Well, his eyes are pretty much both open, so it's not his eyeball. Then he must pick a woman or children's eyeball. He says, put it on his tongue, and he goes, that was nice. Really weird guy. Uray, to prove he's not like as dumb as like a sack of potatoes, he's like, so that's why you run the orphanage, because you liked eating kids. Yeah. Well then, I think we kind of knew that in the first season. Or the original Tokyo Ghoul, where he was talking to his like son, and his adopted son, who was there, who with the cross, and can't forget his name, Floppy, turned into Floppy. And he was on about that. But yeah, we kind of catching us up on this now. So he's like, yeah, so that's why you run the orphanage. He's like, yes, for a long while that was my everything. And the person on the floor is just like, Uray's like telling him to run, and he's like, Uray, and then the guy turns around and looks at him. He's like, what did I do? Like, I didn't even move. So hopefully he's not going to die. Higgy, that's his name, Higgy. Okay, so Uray pretty much uses his Kagane to break the ceiling, jump down on the guy, like slam to the ground. Even when he slammed on the ground, he's just like, and then put his hands around his throat. He's like, hey, run, go. But at this point, he's just like, it looks like Uray's just not even annoying him. He's just like, really gonna try this? Seriously? Really? You're gonna jump on my back even? Because Uray just used his Kagane coming out his back to break the ceiling. So I bet this is literally all it's gonna be. Uray's on the back of him right now. He's just either going to lift him back up to the ceiling or put his Quinque straight through the back of Uray. Let's have a look. It's in the page. I don't even want to stop at the recording to have a look at the page. Oh no, Higgy's running. He's like, and he's like, he's trying to break his neck. Ooh, he is trying to break his neck. Okay, so Uray thinks it's a good idea to try to break someone's neck who's like an double S rank ghoul right now. This is really awkward. He's like, I remember now. The investigator who captured me. The investigator who captured him? Who is it? Probably something to do with Uray at this point. And to the page. Ooh, shit. Yep. Exactly like I thought. It's going straight through the back of Uray. It looks like little tiny crosses or health packs. It looks really cool. You know, like the little cross they have on like ambulances and hospitals. It looks like loads of them, like thousands of them are just going through Uray's stomach and back right now. Then Uray is coughing up blood. He's like, it was Mitsuto Uray, your father. Ooh, that was awkward. He takes off his mask as well. And his eyes, by the looks of it, not even activated. So he's done all this and he didn't even need to activate his eyes or anything at this point. So yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Uray's pretty much out on the floor, giant hole in his chest. Is he going to release like the final frame now to go full Ghoul and actually... Probably still won't do anything, all fairness, considering he's at 2, maybe 3 frames right now, probably 2, and yeah, he just got his ass kicked. So, hope you like this style of recording. It's a lot easier than doing it last time, and it's a lot less time consuming. This has only been 15 minutes, and the last one was like 30 minutes. So anyway guys, if you liked it, leave a like, comment down below, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.